Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you guys a motivational Monday video. We had just gotten back from a 5-day vacation, and as you can see we are pretty much snowed in, so we definitely weren't going anywhere today. So I decided to go ahead and film this video for you. I am going to start off by separating out some laundry and starting to unpack our suitcases. Whenever we get back from a vacation, there's always so much laundry and cleaning and catching up to do, getting back onto the routine, all that kind of stuff. And whenever we bring our stuff in, we bring it in and leave it in the kitchen because it motivates me to unpack it and get it out of the way. I feel like if we hauled it upstairs and just left it, I probably wouldn't unpack it as quickly. But with it sitting in the kitchen, it motivates me to keep going and get it unpacked and done. And I'm going to start with a load of laundry. I feel like that's a pretty standard thing to do when you start a big cleaning day. Next, I am moving on to the kitchen. I was feeling very scatterbrained because there was so much stuff everywhere and so much stuff to do. I was just kind of running around to different areas and cleaning things off. I always start off in the kitchen, not just because we have all of our stuff in here from our vacation being unpacked, but also because it's the area in the house that I always try to have clean. It is one of those areas that I can maintain. Since I am the only one that does the cooking or the cleaning in the kitchen, my kids don't really go in there and make themselves food or snacks or anything like that. So it is one of the very few areas in my house that I can actually clean and keep clean throughout the day with a little bit of effort because it doesn't get messy in there unless I allow it to. So I am just clearing stuff off, putting stuff away, just checking some stuff off my to-do list. I wasn't really being picky in the order that I went in. I just wanted to get some things done. Now that the counters are cleared off, I am going to give them a quick wipe down. Since we were not home, we weren't doing any cooking or anything like that, so the counters weren't super dirty, but I still felt like they needed a wipe down after not being used for 5 days. It probably was a little dusty. I am using some sort of Mrs. Meyer's cleaning spray. I want to say it is the lemon and verbena scent or something like that. I'm probably not even saying that right. Normally, I don't like to wipe down the counters until after I do the dishes because I get water on the surrounding counter space when I do the dishes, but I knew that if I put it off, I wasn't going to get things done. So I kind of kicked myself in gear and said, I'm not going to be picky about what order I go in. I am just going to knock some things off of the to-do list. So I wiped down the counters before I did the dishes. And I don't know if anybody else is like that. You have a certain order that you like to clean in and you don't like to switch up that order. That is totally me, but sometimes I use it as an excuse, I think, to procrastinate. Now I am just switching the laundry around. It was a Sunday on this day, so my daughter had school tomorrow and my husband had work. So I knew that I had to get this laundry done and folded and put away. We always have so much laundry whenever we come back from a vacation. We didn't do any laundry while we were there, so I usually just try to pack enough outfits for the whole trip depending on how long we're going to be gone. And this day was 5 days, so 5 days, 2 outfits a day, 5 people. You do the math, but that's a lot of clothes. Once I got the kitchen a little bit more in order, I moved over to this mantle type thing that we have in our living room. This is literally the first thing that you see when you walk into our door. You open up the door and that is right there. So I try to keep it clean and organized, but it's definitely the catch-all in our house. We walk through the door, we put stuff through there. I keep jackets and shoes up there out of the kids' reach, but easy for me to find because, to be honest, our shoe closet right now is a disaster. So I actually started keeping that gold and white bin up there to hide some of the cords and keep some of the mess hidden away. I keep like our diapers and wipes in there, things that need to go upstairs, etc., etc. So it definitely takes some effort to keep this area clean and organized, but it was bothering me, so I wanted to get it out of the way. I also apologize for the background noise. My puppy is running around. It's about 5:30 in the morning right now when I'm filming this, so she has a little bit of energy even after being outside. So I apologize for that background noise. Next, I moved on to the little running ledge that attaches to the mantle on the fireplace. It wasn't too bad, but I was looking at it and noticed that it needed a dust. So I decided while I was there and I had already taken care of the other spot, I might as well go ahead and take care of this one. I got these little orange string lights from a Dollar General. I really like these kind of things. They're super affordable. They last me a long time. And they give our home kind of just a festive little touch. So I just went ahead and took everything off and gave that a quick wipe down. I apologize for the shaking of my camera. One of my kids were running underneath of the tripod and I didn't notice it at first. So sorry about that, guys. Once my laundry was done drying, I started to fold it. I always fold it fresh out of the dryer. It bothers me to fold cold laundry. I just feel like it's wrinkled and stuff like that. So I always at least fold it as soon as it comes out of the dryer. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't always get put away. There's something about having to drag it up the stairs after I have already washed it and dried it that tends to stop me from putting it away that same day. But it's always at least folded. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold that first load of laundry. I knew that there was a lot to do, so I was gonna have to fold it and take the basket upstairs and empty it out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep tackling that laundry. It's still a never-ending thing. I say that in pretty much every video, but it's so true. I would rather, however, do laundry than dishes for some reason. And I also apologize again for my voice. I am still getting over this horrible cold. So once I was done with that, I had let the dishes soak for a little while. And then I am just going ahead and washing them off and loading up the dishwasher so I could run that. I also recorded this video over the span of 2 days, and it's kind of funny because I wasn't sure I was going to have enough content to actually film a motivational cleaning video. I didn't think that I had done enough, but when I was done filming and I transferred over all of the footage, I actually had like 110 minutes of footage. So I thought, I probably have enough for a cleaning video. And watching back, I think that I definitely got quite a bit done. And again with the laundry, I don't know why I feel the need to show it every single time I'm switching over a load, but I feel like if I'm filming a cleaning video, it's kind of necessary for some reason. So I don't think I did another load of laundry. A lot of that stuff on the floor was the kids' snow gear. They had just went outside to go play in the snow in the backyard, and I had them come in through the laundry room to take it all off. So this stuff wasn't actually dirty. They had only been out there for maybe 15 minutes before they came in, but I needed to get it up off the ground and hang some of the stuff that had gotten wet, like my daughter's snow pants. So that is why I'm not actually throwing it into the washer, because it wasn't dirty. And oh my goodness, my living room is completely trashed. We didn't get home until about 9:30 last night in this video, and we had turned off the central heating before we left. We had somebody who was house sitting for us for a few days, so they were using the propane heater, and they turned it off obviously before they left. So when we got home last night, our house inside was 40 degrees. So we were freezing. We bundled up. I got the kids dressed in really warm pajamas, and we all huddled by the propane heater until it was decently warm. We dragged our outside heaters inside, and I didn't care about what the living room looked like. We were just trying to get warm. And obviously in the morning, we were unpacking all of our stuff. Toys got dragged out and all that sort of stuff. So I don't fully clean the living room here. I never fully clean the living room during the day because the kids just drag some stuff out, but it was way too much for me to handle. I knew I needed to get it tidied up a little bit, but like the stuff on that coffee table right there, you won't see me pick any of that stuff up because my daughter was playing with it and she needed to bring it upstairs. But the mess was definitely too much for me to handle, and I wanted to get at least some of it picked up and put away. So I should probably take a minute to introduce myself while this really lengthy cleaning video is taking place. Welcome to my channel. My name is Hayley. I am a young mom of 3 kids. I have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. I am currently a stay-at-home mom, and I post a lot of lifestyle content ranging from cooking to cleaning to baking, beauty, advice, religion. I kind of do a little bit of everything here, and I try to post twice a week. It was Mondays and Fridays. I still try to stick to a Monday video, but I am trying to find a new schedule that works the best for me and the people who watch my videos. So if you will take a minute to like, subscribe, and or comment on my video, I would really appreciate it. It really helps to grow my channel. I am coming up on 100 subscribers, which probably seems like a small milestone to most people, but to me it's a really big deal. So thank you guys so much for watching and for all of your love and support. I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my content.
Jet planes in the night sky with you, getting high in the sunrise with you.
So moving upstairs, I am putting away the laundry. Like I said, it doesn't always get put away as soon as it comes out of the dryer, even though it gets folded, but I knew that I just had far too much laundry to put away to hold it off. So I hauled it upstairs. It was super heavy, by the way, and started unloading it and putting it away. I'm currently listening to a podcast. This one is Marriage After God. It's a really good podcast. I like to scroll through and pick out an episode and attempt to listen to it with my kids in the house as well. Or I like to play people's YouTube videos in the background as I'm putting away this laundry. So I wanted to go ahead and tackle this. I knew if I kept putting it off, it wasn't going to get done. So as soon as that last load was done, I hauled it upstairs to put away. And I know that the lighting is horrific. It was already dark out when I was doing this. Where we live, it gets dark at around 4 o'clock, so the natural lighting definitely doesn't last very long. I do eventually want to get a ring light, but for now, this will work. You guys can still see what I am doing. The amount of laundry that I have to put away right now is insane. I never had this much laundry to put away at once.
What the hell am I doing this for? Lying here on my bedroom floor, finding peace in the memories of you. I wasn't missing a thing, no, I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time.
Then I went ahead and made my bed. I didn't worry about getting this done perfectly because it was gonna be time for me to crawl into bed in a couple of hours. So I just wanted to get it straightened up because I hate climbing into an unmade bed. And my other sheets were dirty and needed to be washed. So I actually have the sheets on that we normally use for guests, but I love them. I don't know why. They just have puppies on them, but for some reason I love them. They're so cozy feeling. So just gonna go ahead and make the bed and start tackling the rest of my to-do list. So I am kicking day 2 off by going through my clothes. My closet is a complete disaster. I don't fully clean it and go through it here, but I wanted to start going through the clothes so that when I am ready and have the motivation to tackle my entire closet, it'll be a little bit easier. So I am taking everything out of my drawers, everything off the hangers, well, not off the hangers, but everything out of the closet, throwing it on the bed and going through it. I was at one point going to make a whole video on this, like a Marie Kondo style type video. And while I do have a decent amount of clothes, it wasn't enough for me to feel like I could make an entire video out of it. So I decided just to go ahead and add it into this cleaning motivation video. I actually got rid of a lot more stuff than I thought I was going to, or that I thought I had to get rid of. I have a big box going. I'm going to go through all of my family's clothes eventually, but I wanted to start off with mine because it was definitely going to be the easiest. And that pile on the floor is what I had going for donations. I'm just going to continue hanging things up. I did have a small pile of things that I wasn't sure I was going to keep or not, but it was pretty much all summer things. So I decided to go ahead and hang them back up in my closet. And then when summer rolls around, I will try them on again and see if I want to keep them. So once I was done, I was just hanging everything back up into the closet. It really doesn't look like I got a whole lot done, but it felt good to go through my stuff and get rid of stuff that I had been holding onto but had not worn in a long time. Once I go through everybody's clothes, I'm just going to completely redo the closet, but for now, I'm just tackling one thing at a time. And I feel like I need to address the fact that my son's crib is in our walk-in closet. Yes, that is where he sleeps. We live in a 3-bedroom house, so my 2 older kids have their own room, and then this is where my son sleeps. When we had him in our actual bedroom, he wasn't sleeping. Anytime an alarm would go off or one of us would get up and get ready for the day, he was waking up and he just wasn't sleeping. So we moved him into this little crib space for now in the walk-in closet, and it works fine. That's just where he sleeps and takes his naps. We thought about putting him in one of the kids' room, but my 3-year-old is just too noisy, and when my oldest daughter has to get up in the morning, it was just going to wake him up. So for now, that's just a temporary solution until he gets a little bit older or we move into a bigger house. So moving on into the bathroom. This is our guest bathroom downstairs. It really needed a deep clean for sure. I always try to keep the guest bathroom the cleanest out of all of them because it's the one that gets used the most. And when we have people over, it's the only bathroom that they use. So I get in here probably twice a week or so and give it a good scrub down, and it was definitely time for that. This doesn't need a whole lot of explaining, just wiping down the mirrors, the sink, the toilet, and all that sort of stuff. So cleaning the guest bathroom doesn't take me too long, which is why I don't mind tackling this task a couple of times a week to keep it nice and clean. So I am not quite sure how my floors got so dirty and wet, but I was just taking a little bit of a spray and wiping it down with a paper towel. I didn't give it a full mop because we have the big O-Cedar mop, so when I fill that one up with the soapy water, I mop all the floors in our house, and that was not on the to-do list today, so I just took a paper towel with some cleaning spray and cleaned the areas of the floor that really needed a wipe down. And this is what the guest bathroom looked like when it was done. It definitely looked a lot better now that I had given it a quick scrub down. My laundry room was completely trashed. We get a lot of traffic coming in and out of here when my kids are playing out back in the snow or my husband is coming in from work. It gets very wet through here, and I also let the kids play with their Play-Doh in the laundry room, so I knew that I needed to go ahead and get this task tackled. So I went ahead and started moving shoes out of the way, picking up trash, etc., etc. You know the drill. Hanging up my daughter's winter coat from school. I always hang up her snow stuff in the laundry room when she gets home so that it has time to dry for the next day in between washes. Then I am just wiping everything down. I tend to put coins and stuff that I'm finding in pockets up there, but this area of the house gets all that lint and stuff like that, like you can see there from the dryer and stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and give it a wipe down and just get it cleaned up in there because I couldn't stand it anymore, and I had definitely been putting it off for longer than I like to admit. The floors in here were awful from all the melted snow and the Play-Doh crumbs and everything like that. I was so glad to finally get in here and get the laundry room cleaned up. I did spill a lot of water though when I hit that cat bowl, so I did have to wipe that up when I was done, but I was really glad to just have this checked off my to-do list. It didn't take me that long, but it was something that I couldn't put off for one more second. So this is what it looked like when it was done. It was definitely a big transformation. And then moving on to the windows, I just wanted to tackle some of the smaller stuff around the house that needed to be done, like cleaning the laundry room and wiping the windows. I didn't wipe the outside of the windows, which I usually do, but as you can see outside, it is dark and snowy and icy out there, so I decided to just go ahead and put it off, but at least get the insides of the windows tackled. And while I was down there, I noticed that the little white sliding tracks were dirty, so I wanted to go ahead and give those a quick wipe down too. I was already wiping down the mirrors, and they were disgusting. Do you guys see that? That's awful. I definitely needed to go ahead and stop putting that off too. I guess I have been procrastinating on some of the smaller tasks of the house lately. And once I was done with that, I just gave the kitchen a quick sweep. Our vacuum cleaner right now is actually broken, so I wasn't able to vacuum. I did sweep my carpets, but I didn't really want to show that, so I did sweep the carpets off. It took me forever, by the way, like a good 30-45 minutes, but I swept it all into the kitchen and then just gave the kitchen a final sweep. We had gotten a fairly cheap vacuum when we moved in. It was only like $40 or $50, so instead of going and buying another cheap one that's just going to break in a matter of months, we are just going to save up for a really nice one. So for now, I'm just going to have to make do and sweep my carpets, which absolutely drives me crazy, but it at least gets the job done, mostly. So this is what the house looked like when it was done. Definitely a big transformation from when I started the other day when we came home from the vacation. I did focus mainly on the downstairs, as you saw, so I don't show any of the other house because the next task on my list is to get the upstairs whipped in shape, but I felt so much better when this was done. That is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and hopping on, especially if you made it to this point, and I hope to see you guys in my future uploads. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.